Okay, so this week, some Marvel news. Hello,
Hi.
Musel Comics, Josh from Musel Comics,
Boom.
MuselComics.com. Lots of books going up. Lots of
Mm-hmm.
Bronze Age, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man.
Yes,
Yeah, I should get on that. Captain America. Um,
I
okay,
should get
so
on it.
Marvel news for Daredevil and Hawkeye.
Lots
Um,
happening.
Hawkeye had Haley Stanfield,
Hmm. I
Steinfeld.
don't know, but I just remember that she's a really good singer.
Yeah, well, did she start as a singer, or she became a singer after?
I thought that she had one movie role and then
Yeah, it
did a
was the
music
Coen
career.
brothers remake of that Western movie, old something. What was it called?
That
Uh,
wasn't Buster Scruggs, was it?
no. It was with Jeff Bridges was in it.
Hateful Eight? No.
No, Hateful Eight. Now we're going off topic.
Yeah, here immediately within 2 seconds, and we're looking up random movies. I love it. Just
True
ignore
Grit.
me.
That was it. I don't know why I thought old, but it's True Grit.
True.
Anyways, she is playing Kate Bishop in Hawkeye, and it looks like we're going to be getting more of her. Hawkeye remains one of Marvel Studios' best TV shows on Disney Plus. Okay, it was good. I don't know that. Well, I mean, I guess if you're
Hmm.
comparing, I suppose. While Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop has definitely proved a worthy addition to the MCU. When the series concluded, Kate went to stay with Clint Barton and his family, presumably to continue her training. We expect the budding hero to eventually serve as the new Hawkeye on a permanent basis. And that's a story
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
looks set to play out in a number of upcoming Marvel Studios projects. According to Daniel Rickman from Covered Geekly, as well as her rumored role in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, Steinfeld is being lined up for at least 4 more MCU appearances moving forward.
Wow.
Those are said to be the Marvels, some sort of a Young Avengers project, which we all know is coming eventually,
Hmm.
or a team up project, a second season of Hawkeye. That's surprising. And Avengers: Secret Wars. As with any rumor, we take this with a pinch of salt. But all these make sense. Jeremy Renner is thought to be recovering well from his accident earlier this year, so would likely be able to take on a supporting role in Hawkeye season 2. Although Disney CEO Bob Iger suggested the plan is to cut down on the number of MCU projects that are released on streaming, so even TV shows currently planned by Marvel Studios are no longer guaranteed to happen. Still, Kate being an important part of
Crazy.
the future stories is a smart move on Kevin Feige's part, especially as he looks to set up a new era of storytelling for Earth's mightiest heroes in the multiverse saga and beyond. We're
Hmm.
hearing that the mutant saga is up next. Didn't they? I mean, he already said that, didn't he?
I
That
mean,
the mutants would be after Phase 6?
yeah, he did, and yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It may be a while since we've her suited up as Hawkeye, but Steinfeld received glowing reviews earlier this summer as a role as Spider-Gwen in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
I still haven't seen Spider-Verse yet. I don't
Oh,
think it's
it's
out on
so
digital.
good. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm not doubting that. I just haven't seen it yet.
I was just
Um,
telling you, I was reiterating.
more Jesus. More Marvel Disney Plus TV news. Daredevil Born Again will reportedly be split in two with multiple story arcs, aiming for TVMA rating. That's
Okay.
exciting.
That's
I mean, we kind of knew
way
that
different news.
it was going to be split into 2 seasons, right? Because it's 22 episodes.
Yeah, yeah, okay, so,
So
okay.
that was kind of expected.
Yeah.
While Disney CEO Bob Iger has made it known that he plans to decrease the number of Marvel Studios TV shows on Disney Plus, the 18. Oh, I thought it was 22. I guess it's 18 episodes now. Maybe it was always 18 and I just assumed it was 22. I don't know why. That's
No,
an odd
there
number.
was it was when it was first mentioned, it was two something.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, now it's 18 episodes. So yeah,
Motherfuckers.
it'll be 9 and 9 or 8 and 10 probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Production has been halted as a result of the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, meaning it's no longer clear whether we'll see The Man Without Fear on streaming service next year. However, depending on how much has been shot, we can likely expect at least half the season to drop as planned. Oh, interesting. According to Scooper Daniel Rickman, it's always been planned for Daredevil Born Again to arrive in 2 parts. This isn't the first time we've heard that. There would be a gap between episodes 9 and 10, though it's now said the series will be broken down into smaller arcs, similar to Andor. Oh, so like the first three was kind of like
Mm,
and then the next three. Okay. I
okay.
get it. It's also said Daredevil Born Again will be every bit as dark and mature as Netflix Daredevil, with the show reportedly targeting a TVMA rating. And the US Disney Plus is slowly starting to add mature content and is expected to eventually merge with Hulu. I thought the Iger was trying to sell Hulu.
It's still up in the air.
Yeah. The cast series we all know: Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk, John Bernthal as Frank Castle, Sandrine Holt as Vanessa Fisk, Michael Gandolfini, Margarita Leveva, Nikki M. James, Michael Gaston, Artie Frushan, Clark Johnson, all will cast on undisclosed roles. Michael Kusta is directing the first episode. Clark Johnson, Jeffrey Nachmanoff, and David Boyd are among those set to learn their directing talents at Disney Plus. Yeah, that's good news. I definitely enjoy the TVMA rating. That gives me hope for a Punisher series too, that it would be TVMA.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Yeah, well, didn't one of the stunt guys from the Netflix was like, oh, it's not as good for stunts and fight scenes won't be as brutal.
Yep.
He might have been wrong. More Daredevil Born Again news. So given that it's looking to be multiple story arcs, we have a new rumor on a new big bad of Daredevil Born Again. The first half will be revealing relatively new characters first appeared during Charles Soule's popular comic book run. We know that Daredevil Born Again will pit Matt Murdock against the Kingpin, but beyond that, it's unclear which other foes from the Man of Fear's Rogues Gallery will appear. Thus far, there's been no indication characters like Bullseye, Elektra, Gladiator are set to show up. A disappointment for fans hoping to see Marvel Studios delve into Daredevil's corner of the MCU. I mean, eventually they'll have a Bullseye somewhere.
Yeah.
Elektra. However, 18 episodes leaves plenty of room for surprises, and we now have news on one very unexpected villain who's being lined up for a major role. Again, according to Daniel Rickman, this guy knows everything. Current plans for the Muse to be the main antagonist during the first half of Daredevil's Born Again. Really? Introduced in the pages of Charles Soule and Ron Garney's Daredevil run in 2016. Muse is a sociopathic serial killer who believed he was giving purpose to his victims by turning them into twisted works of art via transforming their blood and gore into large murals or other display. Ooh, that's definitely...
Yeah, okay.
If they're including this guy, it's definitely TVMA. They couldn't do that. They couldn't let this guy not do murals if that's his thing with with intestines. Muse never reveals his true name, and his exact origins are a mystery, with his exact powers being unexplained and how he obtained them being equally unknown. However, his enhanced strength and speed are widely believed to be a result of him being a mutant. This would be a dark direction, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I'm if it's going to be like if the entirety of it is going to be an 18 episode story arc with Fisk, kind of behind the scenes at first, and then they're going to need at least one or two more villains to kind of carry that through until you get to Fisk. And if they're adding this guy who is a serial killer that mutilates his victims, it definitely leans into that TVMA rating.
That's tasty.
If you're interested in picking up the first appearance of Muse, that would be in Daredevil 11 from November 2016. First appearance of Muse, a serial killer whose victims are used in his art. Let's see what it's going for on eBay right now. $39.99. That's not bad. I looked when this first got announced, and there were no one had really put up a copy. It was hard to find one, and now look how many there are.
Yeah.
$75. $75.
Classic.
Yeah. So, you can get that on eBay. Maybe find it in a dollar bin. Before the comic book shop realizes that this one is. Some comic book shops aren't entirely on top of things like this, so you can usually find a deal or two. Yeah. I know my local comic shop will usually, if you can find it first before we do, we'll sell it to you at the price of the sticker. They don't raise the price at the checkout. Okay, so Daredevil coming soon-ish in the next 2 years, I guess.